can you even be mad that that's what they want to do? You can't be mad because that is their job description. Yeah. Now, if right and wrong is for them to judge within themselves, we're just like honest people, you know?
Yeah.
But if you take that same sentence and use it, like, and just put it on text, you could take that as being something different.
Shedeur Sanders is done playing nice and is geared up to confront the Cleveland media that spent his entire rookie season spreading lies and negativity about him. Honestly, I totally get where he's coming from. This young quarterback has shown incredible poise through all the obstacles, and now he's rising to the occasion with a message that couldn't be clearer. Shedeur didn't hold back as he confronted the media members who targeted him. He called them out directly, pointing out that these so-called journalists thrive on negativity, using it as a way to profit by stirring up controversy. Think about that for a second. These folks have carved out their reputation by taking shots at a rookie quarterback who was just trying to make his mark in the league. Here's where Shedeur truly showcased his development. He mentioned that even though these media personalities know they're in the wrong, ultimately, it's a situation that lies between them and God. Now that's what I call serious composure, folks. He made it abundantly clear that he knows exactly who these individuals are, but he couldn't care less about their lies and negativity. He's overcome every challenge thrown his way. Shedeur revealed that in his rookie season, he got wrapped up in all the negative media chatter, every headline, every discussion point, and every controversy that came his way. They really went all out to ruin his reputation in the most brutal way imaginable. Check this out. He showed no signs of being affected at all. He stayed composed, kept his eyes on the prize, and remained focused on his goal of making a positive difference. When he finally got his opportunity in the latter part of the season, he truly came through. He showcased his real talent to all. Let's jump right into the media whirlwind that engulfed Shedeur during his time away from the game early in the season.
And I was a part of everything that people say was true. People say that wasn't true.
Yeah.
So it's like, I know. So it doesn't really like affect me on what a lot of people think because they genuinely don't know.
The NFL media storm reached its peak, and it felt like all eyes were on him, blaming him for not making enough effort to return to the field. It was relentless. That was completely unfair. That was completely disrespectful. Remember Rex Ryan? Oh, you can count on it. We definitely haven't forgotten. This guy went on live TV and completely lost it, shouting and going off on Shedeur Sanders, claiming he wasn't doing enough to get into the games. It's hard to wrap your head around the fact that a veteran in the media, someone who should know better, is publicly bashing a rookie quarterback on national television. It was downright painful to watch. And what's the most aggravating aspect? No one stepped in. This storyline was being heavily promoted by the media outlets. They flourished in the excitement, the interaction, the viewership. Quit embarrassing yourself like that. You possess the talent to take on the role of quarterback. You should definitely feel a little embarrassed for not being the quarterback at this moment. Rex Ryan certainly wasn't the sole person caught up in this cringe-worthy scenario. A whole bunch of these media jokers, as Shedeur perfectly described, were doing everything in their power to take him down. It seemed like there was a personal vendetta against a guy just trying to pursue his dream of playing professional football. Tony Gross, just another media personality who jumped on the hate bandwagon. In the past, Grossi didn't hold back in his criticism of Shedeur, even when the young player was dealing with injuries. When Shedeur mentioned the soreness in his arm, something that's completely normal for any quarterback, especially one recovering from an injury, what was Gross's reaction? He absolutely lit him up on live TV. No question about it. Gross highlighted that it was surprising for Shedeur to experience soreness after doing fewer reps than the other quarterbacks. He challenged Sanders' toughness and dedication right on the broadcast. The move was bold and dismissive, designed to paint Shedeur as weak and uncommitted. This harsh criticism only escalated the situation, creating more tension and negativity around a rookie who was already under considerable pressure. Despite everything, Shedeur remained resilient and steadfast. He understood that Tony Grossi's words had no power over his identity or his potential. That's the true essence of mental toughness, folks. When the odds are stacked high and you keep believing in yourself, that's the mentality of a real champion. Clearly, that didn't do him any favors, especially with a sore arm now in the mix. Seriously, you're going to blame the kid for that? I'm not really understanding it. Wow, can you believe it? Are you ready to give him a chance? Incredible. Due to some soreness in his arm. What? It's a real downer that the kid's struggling with a sore arm, especially since he's putting in so much hard work. Leave now. Who are we facing off against? And if you thought it couldn't get worse, let me tell you about Mary Kay Cabot, the top Cleveland Browns writer, who was also throwing some serious shade at Shedeur. She called him undisciplined and self-absorbed. She pounced on every little detail to paint him negatively. A minor issue like a speeding ticket became a tool in her campaign against him. A speeding ticket like that definitely highlights a quarterback's ability to lead a team effectively. All aspects are covered in the evaluation. This is definitely a setback for Shedeur Sanders in the quarterback competition, regardless of what the team might say at this moment. Here's where the action really kicks in. Do you recall when Mary Kay tried to push the narrative that Dillon Gabriel was better than Shedeur Sanders? She absolutely crushed that story. She kept showering Dillon with compliments, cranking out article after article that challenged whether Shedeur was really the top choice. She tried to create a quarterback controversy that didn't exist, aiming to instill doubt among fans and the front office. She would write pieces that challenged whether the team had made mistakes, considering if Dillon deserved more opportunities, and discussing if Shedeur was genuinely worthy of the attention he was getting. She was boosting Dillon's reputation while simultaneously tearing Shedeur down. It was a strategic play, a purposeful decision, and it was completely unjust to both quarterbacks in the mix. Then, out of nowhere, a surprising twist happened. When Dillon Gabriel fell short of the expectations surrounding her, and it became clear that the comparison was off base, what steps did Mary Kay take? She completely flipped the script. Out of the blue, Shedeur burst onto the scene as a standout, showcasing his skills as an exceptional passer and a natural leader. All the great things she could imagine about him just flowed from her fingertips onto the screen. She quickly changed her position once she realized she was supporting the wrong story. Right now, practice time is pretty limited, but when I do get a glimpse of him throwing, he's primarily focusing on the practice squad and backup receivers at the beginning of the session. His top-notch accuracy is on full display for all to witness. She acted like a devoted supporter of Shedeur, conveniently ignoring the many weeks she spent trying to undermine him while pushing someone else at his expense. The amount of hypocrisy is truly astonishing. This unexpected change in viewpoint wasn't limited to Mary Kay Cabot alone. Wow, it seems like everyone is making some big changes. Tony Grossi, the same guy who once had major doubts and openly questioned Shedeur's skills and toughness, has now completely changed his tune with a totally different message. He's saying that Sanders is better than Dillon Gabriel. He's really advocating for Shedeur Sanders to step up as the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. It's almost comical how quickly these media personalities flip their positions when the facts don't fit their narratives. They create these stories, ignite the drama, target the athletes, and when proven wrong, they just change direction and act like it never happened. No apologies, no accountability, and completely ignoring the damage they may have caused. Shedeur, looking back on the season's events, clearly shows that he has little regard for these individuals. Focusing on these ever-changing characters would surely send him into a downward spiral. After all the drama of his rookie season, Shedeur has clearly made his mark and shown where he stands. He completely ignores these individuals. Honestly, that's the smartest move he could make. If he let these ever-changing media personalities dictate his opinions and confidence, it would surely result in a negative downward trend. Shedeur really gets what many young athletes struggle to grasp. The noise from the media doesn't matter. It's all about the hustle, the preparation, and how you perform when it counts on the field. He always knew exactly what was right and what was wrong. He stayed focused on his goal, pushing through every setback that came his way week after week. His toughness and mental strength are truly impressive, especially for a player who was just beginning his professional career. While the media was busy spinning tales and igniting discussions, Shedeur stayed focused on his goal, committing himself to personal growth, learning, and preparing for his time to take center stage. When the opportunity arose, he seized it and made the most of it. What can we learn from this whole situation? The landscape of professional sports media can be brutally tough and often unfair. Mental toughness and confidence are just as important as physical ability. And third, the narrative can change in an instant. Depending on what the media says to define who you are, is a guaranteed path to complications. Shedeur Sanders handled this situation with remarkable composure and maturity. He tackled the lies and negativity head-on, all while keeping his composure. He noticed that these media personalities were more focused on chasing clicks and views instead of pursuing truth or fairness. Above all, he stood firm and didn't allow their words to shape his identity or derail his journey. The Cleveland media that spent months tearing him down are now forced to eat their words as Shedeur shines on the field. Their credibility is in tatters, their narratives broken, and their hot takes have turned as unpleasant as milk left out in the sun. Meanwhile, Shedeur Sanders is on the rise, completely unbothered and unfazed by the noise around him. What's your opinion on this whole scenario? Was Shedeur right to call out the media? Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated with all our latest content. Appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.